What's up guys, I got a brand new video for you today, and today we're taking a look at AI and all the features that Samsung added to the S24 Ultra. They spent a ton of time talking about AI, and AI was pretty much all they talked about when they announced this phone. And although a lot of these features aren't that big of a deal, obviously it's something we're gonna see in the future on all these phones. I kind of want to just focus on the AI stuff that's made for photos, because there's a lot of AI stuff outside of photos. They talked about translations and different things like that. But I mainly just want to talk about photos and what you can do with the photos after you've taken the shots. Now, we've obviously covered portrait mode, and I don't know how much AI is being used in terms of cutout of the subject, but if we go into the gallery here, there's a lot of cool little things that we can do now. So one of the main things is the removal of objects. Now, Google has been doing this for a while in their Pixel, and I feel Samsung was also doing it as well, but I'm gonna choose one image here that we got, and I just took this random shot of this little red record shop here because I saw a garbage can right in front of it, and I was like, that's the perfect test shot to get rid of this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go here to the little pencil icon, pen icon, and we go over here to these 4 little circles. And in here we got a lot of options. So we've got the object eraser, the lasso, spot color, color mix, and style. And there's a lot of really cool things we can do with style as well, but we're gonna remove this object. So we're gonna go to object eraser. I'm gonna zoom in really close, and I'm just gonna draw a circle around this garbage can. Then using AI, it figures out the shape of that garbage can, and we just go erase. Boom, it's gone. It even removed the graffiti on the back of the building. Maybe you might have wanted to keep that, but it's gone now. So as you can see, super easy. Google does the same thing. I saw a little red fire hydrant over here. Could probably erase that and remove that as well. And then this little yellow thing here. Boom. All right, so that's the object remover. Now, if you want to do it on a bigger object, it's not going to work out as well, but let's go in here and see what we can do. I had a shot of my car here against this fence. Go in here. We're going to object eraser, draw a circle around the old Honda Element, erase. And so now there's this random shadow where it used to be. So there is a thing that says erase shadows. If we go back, if we go erase shadows, no shadows detected. So when it's a big object like this, it's not that good. Come on, AI. If you're supposed to take over humanity, I'm not seeing it happening here. Okay, the other cool thing that I've seen is you can actually move things around in the frame, and that's one thing that you might want to do, especially if you had the shot like this car here. So we're gonna go back, and we're gonna go to the enhance button here, generate or whatever. And this says tap or draw around anything you want to move or delete. So we can actually tap on the car, and kind of like what Apple does with stickers, how you can select something and turn it into a sticker, it's selecting the car. Now if we move it, we can move it down the street a little bit here, but I have a feeling those shadows are gonna still be there. Could prove me wrong. Maybe AI is gonna work on this one. It's thinking, it's sparkling. See, it did a horrible job. So all the demos I saw in this were like perfect case scenarios. This looks horrible. Basically, it's trying to regenerate what would have been behind the car, but now you've got this random shadow underneath. So it didn't work too good on this image, and we got a couple more we can try it on. I'm gonna just discard that. So I got this other car here I found, but yeah, same thing. Let's select this, draw around it. It's gonna select the car, tap and hold. We can move it down the street a bit, generate, and I think it's gonna do the exact same thing. It's gonna leave the shadow behind and not remove that shadow. Exactly, it looks horrible. So there you go. It's not that good. It's kind of cool, but it seems very beta right now. Now something else you can do is when you select the object, you see up here in the top right, there's this little option here, and this is gonna remove your object. And if you hit generate, it's gonna fill in where that object was with something else. Now, typically it's gonna choose a car because it saw a car there before. And that's really cool. It replaced that old beat up car with this cool like vintage style car. View original. So for doing stuff like that, that's actually really cool. So hit done. Zoom in here. The detail isn't as sharp, and obviously because it's AI generated, that rim is a mess. But one thing that is really cool about this generative fill, kind of like what Photoshop has, if you took like an off-level shot or a crooked shot and you want to reframe it, and instead of cropping in on that image, like you know how typically, here I'll show you, typically when you crop in on an image, it has to zoom in order to make up for the lost edges. So if I wanted to straighten this image out like that, we just lost a lot of the sky. But what's cool is we can go in here to the generate thing and watch what happens now. So now I can straighten this shot and you see the outside area where there is nothing. It's gonna actually generate that like it would in Photoshop. So let's do that. It's thinking, it's adding missing pieces. It's sculpting new scenery. Boom. See, that did a really good job. That added the power lines back in there. It added the sky back in there. Now it's not great. As you can see, there's no texture here. But I mean, if you didn't zoom in on the image, it looks pretty good. So Just told me that there's gonna be a visible watermark, and that's to let you know that it's used AI to actually generate or do some edits to the image. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna put this little sparkly star thing in the bottom left corner, and that's just so that you can know that the image has been altered, it's had AI used on it, and this is kind of their way to be honest, or a lot of people edit their images and you never know if they're real or not. The thing is, this could easily be removed. So watch this. We can go in here, we can go to the object eraser, zoom in on this far corner here, draw a circle around it. Nope, it worked perfect. Okay, there, now it's gone. Because the object eraser is not part of the AI enhancement stuff. It's still doing AI, it's not necessarily connected to it. So you can defeat the watermark using their own tools. So when it comes to portraits or images of people, you can do some skin retouching, some skin smoothing, and we can come in here, take a look at a portrait shot, go to the edit here and the 4 circles, and you've got face effects using AI or face detection, whatever. It'll find the face, and then you have a lot of different options. You can change the tone, the jawline, the eyes. Oh, it's making them bigger. Well, we're not gonna do that. You've got fixed blemishes, you've got background blur. You can add more bokeh if you want. You've got red eye. So when you come into the blemish removal tool, it's pretty cool that they have this built into the phone, because on most phones you have to use something like Lightroom or some other Facetune or whatever. But here we can adjust the size of the area we wanna fix. We can zoom in here, and then I can just literally draw a line on these little hairs here that we don't want on the face, and it'll quickly remove them. And it does it really fast. It's doing it right on the fly here. And then we can go over here, go back to the smoothness, and we can crank that up a bit if you want to smooth the skin. Save as a copy. And yeah, it smoothed out the skin. It looks pretty natural still. It didn't do anything too crazy. Sometimes it goes a little overboard, and that looks pretty nice. And by default, I have it turned off, so we don't have to deal with that. So there's 2 more things I want to cover. I don't want to make this video super long. This one's pretty cool. So we go in here and we can actually change the style of the image. And I don't know if it's using AI or something, but you can get like these really cool, like cartoony AI looking images, or like a painting. That looks like a drawing. That looks like a watercolor. That looks like another pencil drawing. That's kind of cool. Yeah, these effects are pretty cool. I don't know if I'd ever use them, but it's in here if you want to do something like that. Basically turn an image into a painting or a drawing. And the last thing I kind of want to cover is the circle to search. I know that's not necessarily like a photo AI thing, but it is really cool. I'm gonna take a picture of something. I got a light bulb here, because I want to see if it can find the exact light bulb. So we'll take a photo of that. Don't ask me why I have a light bulb down there, but I have one. So we can come in here, and the cool thing is we hold down on the home button. It activates the Google circle to search. You draw a circle around the object, it launches Google. It finds pretty much the exact same light bulbs. I think these light bulbs are made by Philips. Yeah, so it just gives you a bunch of different options. I'm pretty sure it's this one right here. And if you want to buy it or find one just like it or something similar, say you're looking at something, you have no idea what it is and you want to take a photo of it. Like I could take a photo of this overhead camera above me right now and it might be able to figure out what camera it is. I'm not sure, but let's try. Actually, let's try this lens. I have a feeling it's too dark. See if we can figure out what lens that is. So this is a 16 to 35 power zoom. It found it. So that first option is a 16 to 35. And that's pretty good because we're seeing an image pretty much in the dark, not really even in focus, and there's no markings on it anywhere. So if circle to search isn't on by default, I'm gonna show you how to turn it on. So we're gonna go into your settings here, then we're gonna go to display, and then we're gonna go down to navigation bar, click on that. And you'll see there's circle to search. I have it turned on. Basically tells you touch and hold the home button for the navigation handle. When you hold down the home button, it launches the Google circle to search. It's technically not a Samsung thing, it's a Google thing, but I think there's a partnership there. Anyway, those are the new features, the AI stuff built into the new Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. It feels very beta. It doesn't feel that polished. It doesn't really look that good, and it wouldn't be the main reason why I'd buy this phone. If you're looking to buy this phone because you think you're gonna have all this cool AI stuff, I'd maybe rethink that. Also, these are only free things built into the phone until 2025. After that, you're gonna have to pay a subscription to use them. Hopefully by then they'll be better, because right now, they're not that great. Anyway, I think that's gonna be it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike this video, give it a thumbs down twice. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.